Hey everyone, welcome back to Fate Stay Night Remaster of the Dragon Jays. We have gotten quite the revelation, I wanted to say. Shinji is a master, which is kind of what I was theorizing, but we're not quite sure if he's the one that made the bounded field or not. He's currently offering to Shirou an agreement, which I am very egregiously disagreeing with. I do not like Shinji at all. I think he's an awful person and very self-centered. Luckily, Shirou has not come to the conclusion of Shinji being a bad person, but isn't going to join him just because he is trying to harm Tosaka. So I think we are about to leave this conversation and we'll go talk to Tosaka about it. I should warn Tosaka about this when I get home. With that settled, there's no point in me staying here any longer. Hey, Emiya, what about our partnership? I'll have to refuse. I'm not going to help you defeat Tosaka. Besides, she hasn't done anything. I know I'll have to fight her one day, but I trust her right now, and I want to keep on trusting her. Good boy. Not in a weird way, but like, I'm glad you said that, Shirou. Good boy as in like Kratos, good boy. Boy. Come here, boy. When something does happen, it'll be too late. But if that's how you feel, I'm not gonna push it. I'll wait it out and see, just like you. Get away from here. Surprisingly, Shinji gives up. Thank goodness, go away. He doesn't try to stop me from going home, and he doesn't send Ryder to attack me. But these are good. Stop! No, I don't want to look at your face anymore. Just leave me alone. Shinji really is a complicated guy. He may act like a jerk, but he seems to try to play fair in his own way. Hey, Shinji, I know I'm harping on this, but does Sakura know about you? Oh wait, that was the other way around. My bad. Shinji and Shirou, I'm getting name mixed up when I see them. She doesn't, and I don't intend on telling her. I'm the heir of the Matou family. Sakura can just remain my little sister and be none the wiser. That would be great. I don't want Sakura's life to change. Fine. Since I'm her big brother, I should be thanking you for being so concerned about Sakura. Okay, let me tell you something good, Emiya. I don't know who it is, but one of the masters has set up a nest for themselves in the temple. What? The temple? You mean Rudo Temple? Oh, right. Well, Issei may be the master. Dang it. I hope he's not the master of the bounded field. Maybe there's another. Maybe we're all at the school. I mean, all the masters maybe seem like they're going to be about my age. Because we have the little girl, we have Rin, and now we have Shinji. So that would make kind of sense in that demographic if it was Issei as well. Yeah, according to my servant, there's a witch living in the mountains. She's supposedly collecting a bunch of souls, so things are going to get ugly if nobody does anything about her. Okay, maybe not Issei. If it's a witch, then it's female, or inferring female. If that's true, that makes 5 masters. And if this witch is collecting a massive amount of souls, there's a high probability it's the cause of what came up in the news this morning. Oh, okay, so she's the one doing the coma thing, not necessarily the bounded field. That's all I've got for you. Ryder, see him out. You're not to harm Emiya since he's on our side. Well, we're not on the same side. I hate to break it to you. I will kill you. I mean, me, not necessarily Shirou. I, personally, Jurgen, will kill you. Shinji orders Ryder and she walks closer to me. No, well, that's... Don't worry about it. I'm responsible for your safety as long as you're in my house. It wouldn't do for you to get hurt or anything like that. Oh, Ryder, You only have to see him as far as the front door. Once he's out of the house, he's not my concern. But treat him well until then. Shinji retreats to the back room. ... I silently look towards Ryder. ... The black-garbed Ryder says nothing. What surprises me, though, is that when I take a closer look, I notice she has a graceful and innocent-looking face. Her floor-length purple hair exudes goodness, a foul odor of blood, but at the same time, she's unbelievably beautiful. Dude, you think everybody's beautiful? You simp over like a rock. Not actually, but like you would. Like I would just throw a wig on it and you'd be like, oh my gosh. Or I realize I'm staring because of her appearance, and I'm embarrassed for a moment, but I feel like her face and her outfit just don't match at all. If I had to boil her down to a single phrase, she's like a priestess dripping in blood. She is both holy and evil. Ryder is a walking contradiction. Holy and evil. I'm trying to think of... Is she Joanne of Arc? Maybe? Actually, why are all heroic spirits so beautiful? As I think this, I find myself looking up at Ryder's face out of sheer curiosity. Wow, she's pretty tall for a woman. She's easily 170 meters tall. This really isn't the time for calm observation. Now if she's so tall, couldn't she step on me? Being alone with her is a problem in itself. I should hurry out of Matou Mansion. Dude, I've been wanting to hurry out of... I didn't want to even come here. Ryder sticks with me all the way to the entrance. I don't know about this. She doesn't even seem alive, but maybe she'll answer if I try talking to her. I wonder if I hadn't chosen Tosaka, because I think there was an option that we could have not taken Tosaka to be our partner. If we would have been forced into a partnership with Shinji, that would have sucked. But talk to Ryder. Stay away from danger. I know I was just being highly critical of talking to Shinji. I have nothing against Ryder. I mean, I know she could kill me. Ryder sticks with me all the way to the entrance. I don't know about this. She doesn't even seem alive. But maybe she answer if I try talking to her. Stay away from danger. Talk. I kind of feel like the information might be worthwhile if we can get something from her. And my curiosity is getting the better of me. Ryder, was that what Shinji said earlier true? I asked, not really expecting a response. Ooh, there's no change in Ryder. Just her long hair fluttering in the wind. I was about to say, I don't know what voice to give her. I figured as much. Sorry for asking such a stupid question when we're supposed to be enemies. I step out through the door, raising my hands to show her my appreciation for seeing me out. She chops off the hand, but then... I don't know how to voice this. I don't know how to, like, voice a, like... Not evil, but, like, strong, silent female. He did not lie. There's a witch living in the mountains. Huh? Ryder? You must proceed with caution if you intend to challenge her. That witch knows how the minds of men work. Ryder speaks indifferently. I realize her voice is drawing me in, and I shake my head to clear it. Thanks for the warning. And take good care of Shinji. As you can see, he's a bit of a pain, but I hope you can protect him. I catch myself getting surprised, but I manage to reply. I guess that was funny because... Oh, she smiles. You are a noble soul. I can see why Shinji warmed to you. Ryder giggles softly. I know that was more of a cackle, but whatever. It fit the vibe. Then disappears in the Matou house. I definitely depict Matou and Ryder a little bit more sinister than probably what they're supposed to be in this story, but to me, they it just feels wrong, so I want to depict them in a more sinister way. I walk down the hill and return to the intersection. If I walk towards the residential area on the other side, I'll be heading home, but... There's a master Ryudo temple, huh? That's about an hour's walk towards the mountain from here. The desolate mountain road eventually reaches the gate of Ryudo Temple. Please don't go there alone. Please tell someone where you're going. Don't do this. Ryudo Temple is a big temple up on the mountain. It's about the size of our school. The cemetery is large. The temple itself is like a small world of its own, with about 50 training monks living on its grounds. The people in town use the Ryudo Temple for various purposes, but they also respect it as a sacred place that shouldn't be entered lightly. Now that I think about it, I haven't been to Ryudo Temple recently. I haven't been there ever since I stayed there for some mental training last summer. I know temple life is harsh during the winter, so I was thinking about visiting during the winter break. Oh, Issei. What's a guy who cut afternoon classes doing here? Speak of the devil. I run into Ryudo Temple's heir, Issei Ryudo, on the road. Road. Hey there, is school over? Obviously, I don't have anything to do for the student council, so I was heading home. Is something wrong? You looked like you were staring up at the mountain. No, there's nothing wrong. Yes, there is. Shut up. I just felt like going home. Teachers would be out of a job if people like you just cut classes whenever they felt like it. Anyway, I'm curious why you're staring at the mountain. It's nothing, but can I ask you something? Has anything strange happened recently? Change is a constant, but doesn't lead to big dramatic developments. The mountain is always at peace, and peace is the focus of daily life. Issei, I'm being serious here. How dare you? So am I. Guess you are. Sorry to bother you. It's fine as long as you understand. I'd never kid around with you, Emiya. Issei clears his throat to calm himself down. Though, I do have to report that there has been a change. That said, I'm not entirely sure how to explain it. A change at the temple? Don't get too excited about it now, Shirou. Yeah, but not of the mountain. However, the situation has left everyone in the temple restless. We have a great guest at the temple, and they're apparently an acquaintance of my father, but the awkwardness is because of them. She's a beautiful woman, which makes it a touchy subject. That's the witch! Burn her! Burn her at the stake! Salem witch trial that person. Oh, not the word I was about to say. Honestly, I don't know why there's such a fuss over a woman. A woman? Does Ryudo Temple have any nuns? I just realized that all of the masters so far, they all have a servant of the opposite sex. I wonder if that will still be true with the witch on the mountain. No, but they've made an exception of her, and we're letting her use a room until the wedding happens. Well, she really is beautiful. So I have to admit that even I get captivated by her looks. I just can't turn away whenever I go out and fetch water from the well. What do you mean an exception? Issei? Hey, are you even listening? He's just like completely zoned out, like mesmerized by her image. Apologies. This is why women are bad news. Oh, okay, jeez. Respect. Oh gosh. Reject. Lust. Issei. Calm down, Issei. Give himself a little pep talk, okay. Student council president mumbles some sort of sutra. I was about to say mumbo jumbo. Hello? You okay, Issei? I'm quite alright. I'm just not as disciplined, so it's a matter of training harder. Okay. I can tell he's not listening. I guess, like, yeah, if he's religious like that, he'll be one of his, not motivations. Well, yeah, I guess that would be considered motivation, is like being pure. Issei continues to mumble, giving himself a pep talk, and disappears in the town's outskirts. Boop, boop, boop. By the time I get back home, the sun is almost setting. And just like yesterday, I'm the first one back home. Sakura and Fujine will probably get here soon too, and Tosaka will come home later on. I'll mention what I learned from Shinji after Sakura and Fujine go home. Yeah, there's no point in talking in secret when those two are around. Yeah, thank you for also sparing me of, like, you telling Saber and then also then having the same conversation again with Saber and Tosaka later. I'm glad you spared me that. Having decided that, I better prepare dinner. Tosaka beat me with her cooking last night, and I need to do something to improve Fujine's mood. I gotta one-up her. The secret ingredient to my secret ingredient soup is nothing. The secret ingredient to a great dish is time and effort, rather than love. If I want to guarantee my win, I'll have to spend double the time I usually would on cooking. I noticed that whoever I most recently voiced, I don't necessarily do the same voice for the narration as them, but I like some of the inflections carry over a little bit. Not to an extreme degree, but I'm noticing it ever so slightly. I don't know if you guys have picked up on that. Like all those all that narration, I kind of still had a softer voice, and my cadence was leaning a little bit more Issei versus just, you know, the way I normally talk. And so, here's what happened. I didn't lose. Tosaka, you're such a meanie. Let me reiterate, I'm not talking about the food's taste. According to you, tonight's dinner was the best you've ever tasted, so why not share it with everyone? I don't know that's what you meant. You said you didn't want to eat the food Shirou made. I was only talking about breakfast. I will eat dinner like everyone, and Emiya and I made an arrangement to take turns cooking dinner, so what reason is there for me not to eat? If you don't like that, you're welcome to take my turn cooking tomorrow. So brazen. She strikes right at my weakness. Dang, I never imagined you were such a bad student. She's not a student right now to you. She's just a girl. And with that, Fujine reluctantly returns the wooden container of rice to the dining table. 5 servings of my specialty, mixed rice, safely returned to the dining table. Come on, Fujine. I made plenty of food today, so there's no need to hoard it. I made enough rice and side dishes for everyone. Munch, munch. Okay, I don't know why the sound effect was necessary. You may be right, senpai, but this might be a bit too much, even for you. Clack, clack. What's clacking? Yes, a double-tiered barrel with food enough for 4 people is certainly over the top. A barrel? Chomp, chomp. It's not a barrel. It's a round wooden container for rice. The main dish is rice today, so I made extra. If we have any leftovers, I'll make them into rice balls for lunch tomorrow. What? Why are they like, this is the best thing ever? I mean, I like rice, but why is the main dish rice? Like, in Japanese, it's a staple to have it as like a side for everything, but like, main dish? Munch, munch. Oh, can I get on that lunch thing? I don't like fried rice made from leftover rice, but this is exceptional. There's all kinds of stuff in this rice. What's inside? Like everything in the fridge. It's probably like, almost like Korean bibimbap or something. Choo choo. Choo choo. I'm a train. Choo choo. This is basically mixed mushroom rice, correct? And instead of using bean curd, you mix the yuzu citrus to make it aromatic. Such detail. Clank clank. I guess the clank clank is the chopsticks. Fine. I'm gonna eat this all by myself. Just you watch. Fuji must have given up on monopolizing the wooden container of rice, but she starts to shovel food in her mouth with alarming speed. The moment her rice bowl is empty, she thrusts it out, requesting another helping. That's fine, but you don't really need a rush. There's plenty, Fujine. Don't mind me. I'm gonna eat all the food that you made, Shirou. I won't be letting some stranger who just barged into our lives eat any of this food. She's one of your students. And the other person, as far as you know, is one of my relatives. They're not strangers. Fujine snatches the rice bowl. Huh? I really don't get it. They're just all protective of you and their own weird, awkward... I just realized that the common thing between all four of these girls is they are highly protective of me. They just display it in very different ways. Sakura gets jealous about it. Tosaka and Saber both think I'm an idiot, but Saber is more like, I'm concerned about your... Well, I mean, Rin's concerned about physical protection too, but slightly differently than what Saber is, and for different motivations. And then Fujine is just like almost motherly about it, like big sisterly. It's so weird. And Sakura laughs uncomfortably. Tosaka looks exasperated and ignores Fujine, and Saber just sits eating her food. I worked pretty hard to make all this, but it's looking like that might have backfired. The dinner, which I'd intended to make Tosaka admit defeat, ended boisterously thanks to Fujine's eccentric behavior. Yeah, that sucks. I'll be heading home, senpai. I'm surprised I haven't said anything to her about being like, yeah, I skipped school with your brother or something. Yeah, Fujine, get Sakura home safely. Yeah, I know, don't worry. Fujine takes Sakura's hand, and they turn to go. I wish Sakura was spending the night too. What? You're looking at me weird, Shirou. Of course I am. No normal person could even move after eating so much. You think so? Why is she also like... I don't know if this is a traditional Japanese dress, the thing that she's wearing, but she's like always wearing... It looks like an apron. It's an apron and a long-sleeved shirt, which is interesting. You think so? I felt a bit full, but it was fine after I finished eating it all. And the problem is that Taiga doesn't even realize that people have limits. You can't really expect something like that from a wild tiger. Hopefully, we can try to keep her contained so she doesn't run wild in polite society. See you tomorrow. Don't stay up too late, you two. Hi. Yes. Good night, senpai. Yep. Night, Shirou. Okay. And then I'm guessing we're about to have our much-needed conversation with the two of them. I see the two off and go back to the living room. I mentioned I had something to tell them after dinner, so Tosaka and Saber are sitting in the living room, looking serious. Good work today. So what did you want to tell us? It's about the other masters. There's something I want to tell you two. Saber's brow furrows slightly. As a servant, her life is focused on combat, rather than a peacefully daily routine. I still don't think her wounds have completely healed. Even with her healing powers, the chest wound Lancer's noble phantasm inflicted won't heal quickly. Or, you know, like Berserker, like almost slicing her in two. ... With that in mind, I hesitate to tell them about Shinji. I'm the same as Shinji. No, you're not. No, you're not. I'd want to avoid fighting as much as I can. No, he doesn't. Don't listen to him. And I don't think it's right for a young girl like Saber to wield a sword. Dude, get over that part. She's not a young girl. She's like thousands of years old. Shirou, do you not have something to tell us? Oh, yeah, let me get right to the point. I met Ryder and her master today. Oh! What? Ryder's master? When did that happen? That is absurd. What were you thinking meeting an enemy master alone? Whoa, hold on, calm down. It's okay, I didn't get hurt or anything. Don't get so mad. Let's everybody just, take a breather. Get off that cycle. Sorry, that was mean. I shouldn't have said that. That was a bad joke. I'm sorry. Oh, do not get mad. No, I'm certainly not angry. I'm simply stupefied by your actions, Shirou. Oh, wait. I read that the other way around. I'll read this as Saber, even though this is not. Ditto. Well, there's no point in getting angry over what's done. So explain yourself, Shirou. Yeah, that's very much not a Saber line. Tosaka and Saber are glaring at me, obviously furious. Crap. I knew they would say something about me being rash, but I never imagined they would be so livid. You did make a very stupid decision. I met the master this afternoon. I just followed him because he said he wanted to talk, and I didn't fight him or anything. Yeah, I can tell. So what kind of person was Rider's master? What sort of person? It was Shinji. He called out to me when I was walking around school looking for sources of the bounded field. He said he wanted to talk, so I followed him to the Matou house. But not the Manter house. What? Shinji? You mean the Shinji? Yeah, Ryder was obeying Shinji and he knew about the Holy Grail War. Apparently Matou family is a noble family of mages. Yeah, she probably already knew that. Yes, that's true, but that's impossible. The Matou family should have completely diminished by now. No matter what they tried, no child of the Matou family could have magic circuits. Tosaka seemed pretty sure of what she's saying. She is accurate, from at least what we know. If she says so, then Shinji and Sakura really don't have any magic circuits. Yeah, Shinji said the same thing, but he said he still knows about magecraft, and that since he's the eldest male, that knowledge was passed down to him, so Sakura doesn't know anything. Anyway, that means he's a master similar to me. He doesn't have any magical energy, so you weren't able to detect him. I see. My mistake. I should have known there would be cases like him. As long as he had grimoires lying around, he could certainly become a master. That means he saw right through everything I was doing. How could I be so careless? Tosaka's beating herself up what she's done so far. She may be almost flawless, but it seems like she can be kind of ditzy too. No, she's not. Nobody is almost flawless. Like, we're all very flawed people. The problem is, most of these gaffes turn out to be fatal. I mean, there are definitely people that are more flawed than others, but probably just the ones that try to not practice any kind of self-awareness, but like, we're all flawed. No, it's fine. You can stop yawning now. I screwed up. I should have kept closer eye on Shinji. Had I known, I wouldn't have let him construct that bounded field. Okay, well, he apparently didn't. Oh, about that. Shinji said he wasn't the one who set up the bounded field over the school. He said there's another master at the school. Yes, I suppose that would be true. It's pretty obvious there's a master at school we're not aware of. But Shirou, don't tell me you believe Shinji when he said he wasn't the one who set up the bounded field. No, dude, you were so head over heels for this man. Just a little bit ago, I don't know about no. No, I'm not that much of a sucker. As long as Shinji is in our school, I'd give it a 50-50 chance that it's his doing. The other half is done by the other master. That's good. I lean more towards like 90-10 personally, but you know. 50-50, huh? If you think that's the ratio, you really are a sucker. Well, whatever. Your optimism is what makes you who you are, and that's probably why Shinji thought it would be okay to reveal his identity to you. Anyway, what did you talk to Shinji about? He asked whether I wanted to team up with him. Shinji has no intention of fighting, and it sounded like he wanted to work with someone, so long as he knew them. Don't tell me you. No, you turn this kind of thing down normally, right? I've already teamed up with you anyway. Even if I were to answer, I should first consult you too. Yeah, no, we're not, no. Even if we talk to her and she's like, yay, no, I'll shoot him before no, nope, nope, nope. I'm good. Oh, right, that's true. But did you say he turned him down? Yeah, I know I said I would have consulted you about this, but I made my decision about Shinji on my own. There wasn't much to talk to you about anyway. Oh, but did I still do something rash? I mean, going and... Really? No? I mean, going and meeting him privately without your servant there, I think is pretty rash, but okay. We won't chastise him about this, but we'll chastise him about everything else that he does. Even the somewhat reasonable things. Not really. I think you made the right call. Besides, he was only asking you, so there's no room for me to butt in anyway. The way she's mumbling makes her seem, well, not quite herself. Is someone jealous? That was all I talked to Shinji about. I saw a rider too, but it didn't seem like she... No, it wasn't. Tell her about the witch on the mountain. But it didn't seem like she was that powerful of a servant to me. She's definitely not like Berserker. She didn't seem as intense as Lancer. Rider seemed decent. Master felt that way. Then it's likely true. But a servant's true power is determined by their noble phantasm. Excuse me again. Until we find out who Rider truly is, please do not let your guard down around her, Shirou. Yeah, I have no clue which hero Rider is. You know, Lancer and Berserker obviously look like heroes, but Rider didn't quite have the same aura. I feel like she was different from typical servants. It's so weird that we know the identities of other servants, but not even the identities of Saber and Archer. Or I know the identity of this Saber, just because of Fate Zero spoiling that for me. It's weird we don't know about Archer. Okay, I think we will continue this continue this next time where we left off. There we go. That's the English we know. I will talk to you guys later. Thank you for watching. Bye.